Hey guys, Higgy Pop here, Hawkwoman. We are headed to Terrificon. Whoa, yeah, dog. We're leaving the Hawk's Nest now. We go like this. All right, ring a dang. Make it. Come on now.
That's good.
She's working on it. She's working on it. Yeah, dude. Yeah. The young kids are saying Terrificon is fire. Fire. We say it's on fire, like Richard Pryor. So we're gonna go, and I got a list, and I'm going, man. I'm going, and I'm gonna rub elbows with the people. Lots of people, babe. And I want to see Jerry Ordway, right? And I got some stuff I want to get, and we're gonna check it out. It's better than just going to your LCS every day, local clam shack. You gotta branch out. But it's a lot of money, I ain't got that kind of scratch. I owe money to the dollar store. It's crazy. So listen, the other day I was at a tag sale when I was working, and I got these maps. They're like from 1957. Aren't they cool?
Very cool.
Very cool. It's like the old days. I put it up on the wall, and I said, babe, here's a dart. Wherever you throw the dart, we're going. Yeah. So it looks like we're taking a trip to behind the refrigerator, because that's where the dart went. So, anyways, we're going with Hegan's son. We're going to go to Terrificon, and we're going to check it out. Oh, yeah. Hey, babe. I called our boy Dennis up, and I left him a message for his birthday. Happy birthday, Dennis! D-Dog! All right, I'll catch up with you later. More footage to come. Promise. All right, so I didn't even get far. This is the entrance, and I saw my buddy Bob selling some comics. And I stopped there. I picked up. Look at this beauty. Look at this. Sea Devils. Oh, yeah, kid. Oh, issue number 14. And then this one is on my list. This is a dedication to my buddy Rod. The Atom, issue number 30. I didn't have this one. Look at this guy. Oh, yeah. So, dropped $15 right quick. Here's Hawkwoman.
$5.
Tell him we saw Hawkwoman. $5 for a soda.
I did see Hawkwoman.
So make that $20. Yeah, Hawkwoman. I mean, no comparison, but hey.
She was very young and cute.
Oh, good for her. All right, the mission continues. This is the Star Wars corner over here. There's Chewie. Look at him. Look at him. Luke Skywalker was gonna. He was in a boys band. I swear, it was called Obi-Wan Direction. All right. All right, now I'm officially going to go in, all right? What I want to do is I'm going to find Jerry Ordway, all right? And I'm going to thank him for creating this for me, all right? I'm going to say, hey, thanks, Jerry. And I'm going to see if he could sign this Time Life magazine. Good old Jerry. All right, we're going in. It's official. This guy owes me money, man. Where's my money, dude? All right. I just wanted to thank you, my friend.
Oh, no problem.
I'm Jim. You made this for me about 3 weeks ago.
Right.
Very much appreciated.
My buddy at the comic store sent me the video he did, the unboxing.
Okay.
I didn't realize it was going to be a big deal.
It is a big deal. I appreciate it. Very cool. I'm a big Hawkman guy.
Yeah,
you're a big part of that.
I said it's the history of DCU. I had to do the Joe Kubert, the early Hawkman,
Yeah, I love the early helmet.
If you saw that guy in real life, you'd run the other direction.
Right?
Imagine how horrifying that mask would be. Because you number one, you go, how does he see through that? The eyes are probably up here.
That's what I always question when I try to draw. I'm like, how does this work, man?
It really doesn't. That's probably hard to do in live action.
Yeah. But I love it. Thank you. I was wondering if you could sign this.
Sure.
Classic work.
Somebody brought one over to me Friday that had John Byrne's signature, and I said, you realize how rare it is to get Byrne to sign that, because Byrne hated this so much that he wouldn't sign them at conventions.
Really?
Because Time Magazine changed and reworded the balloon. And he hated the fact that they said my supernatural powers, because they're not supernatural powers.
Right.
He hated that so much that
he poo-pooed the whole thing.
I traded. It was, and I don't think I took advantage of them. But there's the double spread art with the Superman crashing through the wall.
Yeah.
I said, if you don't care about this, would you trade that for maybe, if I give you one of my covers?
Absolutely.
And he was like, sure. So I traded the cover, and I have that interior splash. I also have the original word balloons. Time Magazine put the cover in an archive. It's in or at least it was in the Library of Congress.
Yeah.
They donated their entire Time Magazine archive, so that cover, the original art, is also in that archive.
It's in there. All in all, man, successful, very successful. I got some goodies. Got a lot of books to show you. Don't worry. I met Jerry Ordway. Fantastic.
Long conversation.
Long, this guy.
Very
Wouldn't stop.
He was very nice.
I met a bunch of people. Jerry signed that to Higgy Pop. Let's see. To Higgy Pop. Best wishes, Jerry Ordway. Yeah, that's my connection from Dave and Darcy. And, yeah, all the freaks and geeks were here, man. There's a Terrificon poster hanging up in the Hawk's Nest. Well, yeah, we gotta go grab something to eat because it's a long day of hunting. And,
I let him hunt for a long time.
Just let me hunt for a long time. And back at the Hawk's Nest, we'll go through all this stuff, man.
I found an outside spot, so.
We're outside getting some rays. There's a lot of people that need to catch some rays out here, I'm telling you. They look like typing paper.
Now we get to go shopping at the outlets. Aren't you excited?
I can't wait. Buy some new underwear. All right, read your comics to make you smile. Hey guys, Higgy Pop here in the Hawk's Nest, man. Thanks for joining me. Back home from Terrificon, and I'm gonna show you all the treasures I got, tell you all the adventures I got into, and man, I'm glad I went. I'm glad I went because you know what? I wasn't even gonna go. It's funny how the mind works. The mind plays tricks on you. You know, I was talking myself out of it, man. I waited till the last day on Sunday because Friday I had to work. I had to go there because I had training to do at work. Saturday I had to work, and all my two friends, Big John and Big Steve, were going on Friday. I couldn't make it. And then I was supposed to go up with, meet up with Swag and Beckerman, Swagda. They dogged me, right? So I have no friends. I'm like, meh, right? Now look. I drew a picture of Swag I was going to give him. And look, Swagda, Super Swag. And I was going to give him the picture. And but they didn't come. And of course, I had my folder with the comic strip I drew of Beckerman. Me and Easy did. Easy wrote it. And this is the Beckerman strip we made. We called him Wreckerman, where Neil Adams' ghostly form met Beckerman and turned him into Wreckerman. Right? Here's the second page. Look at this. I was going to share all this with them, and they said, yeah, have fun, because we ain't there. I was like, real nice, So, it's just, I get very self-conscious, man. And that morning, I left church, and I was and my wife's like, I'll go with you, right? I'm like, And then I'm like, I'm not. I'm tired of not being by myself at those places, man. I get very self-conscious. It all stems from when I was a kid, So there it is, Terrificon. There's the little hiker's guide to Terrificon there, and I think it was the 10-year anniversary that it was held at the casino, Mohegan Sun. And so I'm like, I'm not gonna go. And when I was a kid, I'm the youngest of like 5 kids, and no one wanted to hang out with me. They saw me walking in the room. They're like, oh my God. You could tell by the looks on people's faces. They're like, here he comes. And even in school, like you tell, like in cliques, people were in cliques, and I just didn't fit in, man. I just felt like everyone, it seemed to come easy to other people. They were having conversations with people, and they were laughing, and I was just in the corner by myself, and they're like, then all of a sudden they make plans, and they make sure that you don't hear the plans that they make, and they're like, they leave, and they're like, good thing you didn't hear us, and they're like, they're popular. They're like mustard and ketchup, and I'm like relish. I want to be mustard and ketchup. Why do I have to be relish? So I was feeling down. So what I did was, what we should all do, I called a comic book friend. I called Easy, and he goes, hey, what's up, Higgs? He said, hey, little girl, is your daddy home? And I met a great friend. I'm glad I went. I went with Hawkwoman, and she's like, bah, 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 bah. Oh my God. I'm like, I said, can I take an Uber? Anyways, Easy told me, he goes, hey, Higgs, you go up there, you have fun, man. You do you. I said, thank you, Honorable Easy. Oh, Confucius say go to Comic-Con. So I did. And I met my friend, Emilio Velez Jr. He won the 2019 award for children's category comic book. And he self-published this. He does it all. Great guy. Check him out on Facebook. Emilio Velez Jr. And so he messaged me before I went up, and he says, can you come by my booth on my H5? I said, you got it, Emilio. I met him, made friends, and I got this book from him. He signed it for me, and I'm going to give this to Quacking Duck, Sleepy Reader and Quacking Duck. I read it. Great stuff. He has like 10 issues out. So he's doing great. And Hawkwoman, she's like, I'll go with you. I'll be your friend. I said, thanks. Thanks for being my friend. I'm driving like this. I'm like, she's like, hamana. Happy birthday to my buddy Dennis. What a guy, right? So Hawkwoman, I'm like, so I just like, can you put a lid on it just for a sec? She's like, you're already pushing my buttons. I said, no, I'm looking for the mute button. I said, is there a volume control? I'm like, oh my God. It's just like, and it's expensive to get in. $50 to get into a Comic-Con. That defeats the whole purpose. That $50 I used to buy comics. Whew. Anyways, I went, and it was good. And then she had all these ideas. She goes, if I go to the con with you, can we go to this other place with outlet stores and we can buy stuff? I'm like, I said, here's an Uber. Hey, well, go get an Uber. Here's more money. No, we did it all. And so anyways, Ubers are ridiculous. I thought I had it bad when we were kids in the 70s, hitchhiking. Uber is just like hitchhiking over the phone. So anyways, before we jump into what I got, I was at Second Alarm Charm, at my LCS, my local clam shack, and I got this Lois Lane, issue number 108, Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane. Boom. The cover's by Dick Giordano, all right? And it's like, this is, you're like, oh, that's the Hawkman villain. No, it ain't. This is the ghost of Jack the Ripper. Yeah, man. Yes. And Carrie Bates wrote it, and art is by Werner Roth. And Werner Roth is a great artist, and unfortunately he died when he was 52 years old, so that stinks. But right, so check it out. It's in great shape. I got this at Second Alarm. Yeah, Werner Roth died when he was like 52, and Mourn the Thorn, all right? And Jack the Ripper, you know why they actually called him Jack the Ripper? Because he had a flatulence problem. They can't believe he snuck up on people. I mean, he's just like, yeah. They say the doctor said he had a deviated rectum, not a deviated septum, a deviated rectum. Jack the Ripper, yes, yeah. And so there you go, man. There's on the back page. There's a Superman pinup page. It's a little calendar. I love it. And I got this: Where Monsters Dwell, in my shorts. Anyways. This is issue number 21. No place on earth will give you safety, mortal, when strikes fin fang boom, fin fang boom. Yes, I love fin fang boom. This came out in May of '73. Look at me. And the cover's by Jack Kirby and Dick Ayers. And this is the first appearance of Fin Fang Foom. Yeah. In Strange... It just came out... This is a reprint. This was Strange Tales, issue number 89. The first appearance of Fin Fang Foom. And so they get rid of Fin Fang Foom. They use this herb that puts them back to sleep in a cave. It's a great story. And there's a couple stories in there. Haunted is the second story by Vic Carabata. All right. Vic Carabata is another artist. He started with he did a lot of work with Atlas Comics before Marvel. And he died in 2022. And he was old. He was like 93 years old. But so he has a lot of work with Atlas Comics. He did a lot of he became, when he was young, he became great friends with Jerry Grandinetti, and Jerry Grandinetti taught him how to ink and draw, give him little tips. Yeah. And there's a third story, The Clutching Hands, all right? It's about a writer that kills another writer and steals his story. That's not nice! Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, so Hawkwoman, she was my wingman. And, yeah, you know, she's a great wingman, but I married the only Italian woman that doesn't know how to cook. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? It's like she cooks like she doesn't like to eat. It's weird. Anyways, you know, so I am not relish. I am mustard. Thank you, Easy. Thank you. Yeah, so anyways, let's get to it. Hold on. I got to show you the... So anyways, I went to a tag sale. Just before we jump into this stuff. No, I didn't. I went to Goodwill. That's what I did. Check this out. You guys won't even recognize me. Watch this. Have at thee! Ha! Yeah, Thor! Yeah! And check out what I got this. Look, a mace! Yeah! Yeah! Come on! Hawkman mace, and I got the Loki horns. Hey, I'm feeling a little frisky. Yeah. So I got this going on. And check this out. Oh, you're gonna love this. Watch this. I got this. You're like, what's this? This is a fake neck. Look. This is me. That's what. See, when I had a deviated septum, this is what Hawkwoman wanted to do to me when I was sleeping. But now I have a deviated rectum. So, this is how when I was in high school. This is me when I taught myself how to shave. Yeah, no one ever showed me how to shave when I was a kid. You know, I was like, you know, you think one of my brothers would be like, "This is how you shave." I'm up there. I'm like, my nose fell in the sink. I was like. I lost a pint of blood. I mean, I looked like the unknown soldier. I was all wrapped up. Anyways, so then, now, I'm going to show you some footage, more footage from the con. Con! But, we all know what this is from. Dave and Darcy got this from Jerry Ordway for me, right? So I saw Jerry. I said, Jerry! I was like, dun, 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 dun. He's like, Higgy! Right? He flipped over his table and he started running and he was all hugging me. I was like, Jerry, calm down. All right? So I said, Jerry, I just want to thank you for doing this for me. He goes, anything for Dave. He goes, Dave said, can I get this? Do this for Higgy Pop, and I said absolutely. And Dave is a great guy, and he said Jerry said he watched the show, my unboxing. Jerry, he's a big fan. So then I brought Jerry this, the Time Life magazine from 1988, and because Jerry drew this and he signed it. He said, "To Higgy Pop, best wishes, Jerry Ordway." Look at that. And I was rapping with Jerry, man. He was like, ba 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 ba. I mean, my ear was in a sling. I was like, Jerry, come on, man. So yeah, so we're big friends, me and Jerry, and things are going great. I mean, I'm like, hold on a second, let me get this. 1 minute. Hold on. Sorry, Hawkman at the Hawk's Nest. Hey, Jerry. Yeah. No. I'm just home, you know. Yeah, I'm in the comic room. I was just talking about you. Yeah, sure, man. You got it. What, tonight? Tonight I'm very busy tonight. I can't come over for a barbecue. Maybe some other time. Yeah, sure. Yeah. No, I would love to come and hang out with you anytime, Jerry. You got it, buddy. Jerry, we gotta go. Jerry, I gotta go, man. I'm in the middle. Yeah, my wife is calling me. Yeah, Hawkwoman. All right, buddy. Thanks for the call. Yo, bro, read your comics. They'll make you smart. All right, Jerry. Should have never gave Jerry Ordway my phone number. Out of control. Anyways, so as second alarm, I also picked up this. Speaking of, that's what I looked like after I shaved for the first time. There was no face left. Yeah. So this is the covers by Murphy Anderson, June of '63. All right, I did not have this one. Strange Adventures, issue number 153, and I love it. Atomic Knights is the second story. The Threat of the Faceless Creature by Gardner Fox and Gil Kane. Gil Kane! Insane in the membrane! Insane in the brain! He's Gil Kane! Got no brain! So, he's the Faceless Man! I love it. I love the drawing. He's actually got hairy legs. Oh, yeah. So this is a great one. Yep. And Murphy Anderson does all the art in the second story with the Atomic Knights. And, yeah. There you go, man. I wish someone showed me how to shave because, man, I look like Freddy Krueger, man. It was crazy. It's crazy.
So, I want to show you. Let's get right into the Comic-Con, then we'll switch back. All right? What do you say? What do you say? So,
I'm a big Sea Devils nut, and that's tough to get. Sea Devils. Sea Devils issue number 14. All right. This cover's by Jack Adler. All right. And usually, I mean, this is a great cover, and it's in pretty decent shape. I give it a grade of whoa plus. But usually the Sea Devil covers are fantastic. I mean, works of art beyond compare. But this is great. This is called War of the Underwater Giants by Ed Herron, writes it, in art by Irv Novick inside. And Challenge of the Fish Champions is a second story. And, the Sea Devils. I love them. It's Biff Bailey, Dane Durrance, and Judy Walton, and Nick Walton. And I love it. I only have like 5 issues of Sea Devils. And they're hard to, they're very expensive. I mean, look. I can't afford this stuff, man. I can't pay attention. I'm telling you. Yeah. So I went up there. I thought I was going to be all by myself up there like I usually am, but I was going to be like Omac, the one-man army comic collector. But no, I went up there. I was just Higgy. I did it. And the Hawkwoman followed me around, and I was like, don't make me look stupid again. So I got that, and I wanted to get Rip Hunter, Time Master, but I didn't find any that were in my price range, $1 and below. But I did work on my Atom run. Atom! Yes, little go-go checks for Rod. This for my man, Hot Rod. Yeah. He's got the scissors. He's like, snip, 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 snip. He goes, in another minute, you'll be all plant, Atom, and then snip, snip, snip. That is Woodrow, Dr. Woodrow. He's got the skizzers. No running with scissors. When I was a kid, I'm left-handed, right? So that's another thing I had going against me. I had to get the green-handled scissors in school, and everyone's like, you're a weirdo. I said, shut up. Your mother's a weirdo. Yeah. So there you go, man. April of 66. We were all picking up 6. Gil Kane on the cover. And I needed it, man. This is issue number 16. No, 34. Where's my glasses? Hey, how you doing? Hey, Jerry, how you doing? This is Higgy Pop. Issue number 24. Yeah, so Emilio Velez was a great guy. Very talented. And, of course, I don't know if you heard about this guy, Jerry Ordway. He has talent also. And I got some inside scoop. You know how I'm a big Starman nut, from the 90s, the 94 series. And I did like 2 videos covering it. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you the scoop. So, the Atom issue number 30. Booyah! Look at that. April of 67. Yes. And this is great. This vendor was a nightmare. He was like a one-upper and a braggart. I was like, dude. He was like, I got so many books. You ain't gonna find any better books than this place. You don't need to go anywhere else, pal. I was like, yeah. I got the most DC books than anyone. I said, oh. I said, you should be in the Guinness Book of Freaking Idiots. You should. Yeah. I said, do you know, sir, if you connect your upper lip to your bottom lip, you could shut the heck up? How much for this one? Yeah, so. Yeah. These are the Bat Knights the Atom is fighting. Yeah. So, oh, man, I was at the speaking of one-uppers, I was at the gas station this morning, right? And here he is again. I'm just getting my coffee. And the kid that works at the gas station, he's undoing the newspaper bundle. I said, man, I remember those days, dude. I used to deliver the paper around here. I used to deliver it in the morning and in the afternoon. And then this guy, he's getting coffee. He's like, oh, yeah. He was like, I just need issue number 2 for Beware, the Beware series. And then it's done, baby. These are all... These stories are pretty much, out of originals, but these covers are great. This cover's by Ron Wilson, November of 73. Right. And so this guy, he goes on and on. He goes, oh, wait, I was the paper boy of the year. I said, oh, here we go. I said, oh, yeah? He goes, yeah. They gave me a new bike one year, and then one year I won a contest to go to the, what was it called? I went to the World's Fair in New York. I said, oh, you're fantastic. I said, you know what? I said, I went to the moon. I said, beat that. One upper. He's like, how old are you? I said, I'm 51. When I was 51, I was 63. I said, see, you got me again. These one-uppers, man, they're good. They're good at what they do. Yeah. So beware. So this is great. There's like 5 stories in this. Yeah. And so this lady sets this blonde girl up to marry her ugly, ugly son. Whoa. I mean, this guy's ugly. They had to tie a pork chop around his neck just to have the dog play with him. I'm telling you. It's ugly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he was so ugly. This mother here, she had morning sickness after he was born. I'm telling you, it was ugly, man. Yeah. The kid had a round mark on his chest where people were poking him with a 10-foot pole. That's how ugly he was. I'm telling you, man. Yeah. He could scare the crap out of a toilet. So this was great. I need issue number 2, and I'm done with Beware. And Go checks for Rod. Brave and the Bold, baby. A little Green Arrow action. This is issue number 71, May of 67. Look at that. Look at that bird. That's a big boy. That's called the Thunderbird. Yeah, and there's Batman. He's like, oh my God, help me. And, yeah. That's a big bird. What kind of bird makes the best construction worker? A crane. Oh, my Lord. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. What kind of seagull knows martial arts? A Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal is a moron. And you could tell him I said that. Right, Sonia? See, I got friends. Sonia, tell your mother I said hi. Oh, Sonia's all mad at me because I didn't take, where is it? I didn't take a Smelly Pirate Hooker and promote it. Sorry. Smelly Pirate Hooker for the 6'5" redheaded barbarian girl in your life. Smelly Pirate Hooker. And a cologne for men. Us married guys, this is a cologne for married men. It's called God Help Me. All right. Okay, so what else did I get? Aha! I got this. I got this, baby. I've got sunshine. I got Fly. The Adventures of the Fly. Oh, my Lord. Where's my glasses? I still need like 5 issues. And they're all lower issues. I need like issue number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, this is Flying Horse. Okay, so this is, let's see. Horse of Horrors. Yes. Horse is all tie-dye. They're dropping acid. They're like, wow, man, you see that colorful horse, bruh? That's Fly Girl. Yeah. Fly girl, fly girl, fly girl, talking about fly girl, fly girl. Ooh, boom, 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 boom. All right, so here we go. This is issue number 18. I did not have issue number 18, and this is in good shape. Every time I find the Fly issues by Archie Comics, they're in the condition of, whoa, minus. But this is nice. This guy was bragging on his books, too. Oh, of course they're in good shape. I was like, excuse me. Sorry. Aren't you fantastic, sailor? So, John Rosenberg on the cover, interior art. Yes. And, yeah. What did the Firefly say to Fly Girl? You glow, girlfriend. All right. What kind of fly goes good with toast? A butterfly. So there you go, man. So then I love it. Issue number 18. When I got home, I sent these pictures of these books to Sleepy. I was like, in your face! So, issue number 21. That's a beauty. Look at that. Yes. There you go, man. Fly, the Fly. This is, I just love these books. Flies. There's flies all over my house, man. I don't understand. You know how you keep flies out of the kitchen? You put some dog crap in the living room. It works. There you go. Yeah. You know, my neighbors growing up, they had a dog named Egypt. They named him that because he kept on leaving little pyramids all over the house. True story. True. Yeah. Yeah. And there you go. That's me and Hawkwoman. We put on our Fly Man and Fly Girl outfits on. Yeah. So, yes, Hawkwoman. This is issue number 21, man. You know, when I was growing up, I had a girlfriend in a wheelchair. This is another thing where I got low self-esteem. And she broke up with me. This girl in a wheelchair broke up with me, Dawn. I caught her cheating on me. So I took her wheelchair away from her. She came crawling back. Dawn. Okay, let's see here. What else did I get? What else? Put 'em up. So, I got, look at this. Luke. Look, watch this. This goes out to Roger. May the fork be with you. Look at that. Yes, Spidey Super Stories. And I got one of these at the con, and then I got a bunch of them at Second Alarm I want to show you. Look at this beauty. Look at that. And this thing's expensive, man. This is sought after. So, Star Wars, yeah. And, you know why doctors make the best Jedis? Because they must have patience, young Skywalker. Okay, so how does Lord Vader like his toast? On the dark side. Yeah, right when I walk into the con, there they are. The Star Wars guys. Han Solo, Chewie, they're all there, man. It's like, they're like, yeah, Higgy Pop, come and hang out, man. I was like, sure, bro. Yeah. And so who did the buns hairdo on Princess Leia? It was Darth Brader. Darth Brader. So this is issue number 31. Boom. So I've been crushing it. I got issue number 36. The Lizard Lives. Look at that. These are great. More. Who does it? It's always Winslow Mortimer. Winslow Mortimer does all the art on the insides of these. They always get rotating writers, and sometimes he never does the covers. Usually, it's usually someone else does the cover, Winslow instead of Winslow. But he did this cover here. Boom, September of '78, and there's an easy comic reader right there. Boom, Leaping Lizards. There's like 5 stories in this. Awesome. Ghosts and Goblins is one of the stories. Oh yeah. Boom, issue number 36. And this is issue number 37. And we have the White Tiger. We do. Yeah. There you go. And this is issue number 37, November of '78, The White Tiger. Nicole Cuddy wrote this. And I know Cuddy, Nicholas Cuddy used to write and do art for Charlton Comics. I know that. I wonder if there's a relation. I wonder. And boom. The White Tiger, man. Awesome. There's a little blemish on this. Where is it? Right here. Right there. I could buff that out. Yeah, man. There you go. Yeah, brother. Where's my Hogan stash? Can't find it. Hulk Hogan, where are you? Yeah, so, you know what? When I was thinking about this, here's another one. Issue number 40. Boom. John Romita. Coladas. You like Romita coladas. On the cover, there's old Hawkeye. Now that's a bow. Wow. Yeah. Sharon Weber wrote it. Winslow Mortimer on the art inside. So, when I was a kid, I think I told you guys a story. When I was a kid, my father was watching us for some reason, right? And he's like, all right, go outside. He gave us his bow. He had a recurve bow. And he goes, in the backyard, just shoot some arrows at the wood pile. I said, I could do that. Then there's the Colorado kid. He comes over. What are you doing? I said, I'm shooting arrows. Dad said I could shoot arrows at the woodpile. He goes, let me see that. He goes, this way. He goes, and the thing goes, it skims off the top of the woodpile, shoots across 2 yards, and hits an above ground pool. And all of a sudden, boom, it goes, all the water came out. We're like this. We run over, like, he's like, go 2 clicks that way. We run. I pick up the arrow. We run back, right? And we come back inside. We're like, and my dad's like, you're only out there for 2 minutes. Yeah, we're all set. Yeah. Woo. That was at the Regan's house, Mr. and Mrs. Regan. And then I saw him out there later. Like this. What the hell? Dangerous. So, issue number 40. I am crushing it. And issue number 45. Look at the Silver Surfer. Look at him go. Look at him go. Yeah. You know why surfers always like to eat cold food? Because they don't like microwaves. Yeah. You know, but who can complain? You know why surfers are always happier than normal people? You'd be happy too if you could pee with your shorts on. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Yeah. So, speaking of the Colorado kid, I mean, back in the day, you know, back in the day, I had no friends. So, but my sister took me to the mall. This is the first time I went to a mall, right? We're talking the early 80s, right? I'm going to the mall and I see this shop, right? I go in there and they had a real Indiana Jones hat. And if you look on the inside, there was a picture of Indiana Jones stenciled into the silk fabric lining. And I bought it. It was like my first great purchase with my paper route money, you know? And I was so proud of that hat, right? Issue number 50. Look at that. She-Hulk and the Rhino. Boom. Yeah. Bob Budinsky and Chick Stone on the cover. Hey, Chick, how you doing? Right? I was so proud of this Indiana Jones hat. I loved it. Right? And of course, the Colorado kid. He's Joe Cool at high school, hanging around by the water fountain. He thinks he's like 16 candles, right? He's like Ducky. He takes the hat. He goes, I'm going to use this hat tonight. I'm going to a party. He puts the hat on. I'm like, but. He leaves. Never saw the hat again. Ever. And I was like a detective. I was like, you know, I'm like, where did it go? Egad, right? I said, where's my hat? Don't worry about it. For weeks, I'm like, and no adults would help me. I'm like, I think Sean took my hat and wouldn't give it. Colorado kid took my hat, he wouldn't give it back. And everyone's like, don't worry, shut up, it's just a hat. I'm like, that was my favorite hat, right? And then, now, you remember back in the days, kids, you used to take pictures with a camera, right? And then you used to go to this thing, it's called a photo hut. It's in the middle of a parking lot. It looks like an outhouse. And some guy goes, here, thanks for the film, a roll of film. And he says, come back. We'll call you in a couple weeks, right? And then you come back. And it was a big thing. You call your friends over. You got a big envelope full of pictures. You sit around a table. You're looking at it, right? And I see, you know, who's got red demon eyes. You're like, ah, right? I'm looking through the pictures. And there's a picture of my Colorado kid's girlfriend wearing my hat. I said, you dirty son of a scoundrel. I said, that's my hat. Get it back. He goes, she doesn't have it anymore. I said, get my gun back. You understand me? Get it back or this gun is being... You understand me, Colorado kid? And anyways, he beat me up. That's my life.
Anyways, so let's see some more stuff. What else we got here?
This is all second alarm now. Giant size supervillains team up, issue number 1. Boom. I never had this. I was so proud when I finished this series, but I never got this giant size. It's giant. Yeah. Yeah. You gonna one up that? Huh? You got a giant? Huh? Do you? Yeah. So there you go, man. But you know what? There's no more photo huts anymore. And you know what? This summer I didn't see any ice cream trucks anymore. That used to be the thing as a kid. You'd be outside, sweating, drinking from the hose, and all of a sudden you're, gring, gring, gring. You're like, ice cream man! Ice cream man! I remember, never had money for ice cream, but I went up to the ice cream truck, and everyone else, this kid, Frankie Russo, he was like 3 years older than me, and he's over there, he's like, yeah, I'll take this and this and that, I'll take that, and he goes, and he looks at me, he goes, what do you want? I said, I don't have any money. Oh, guess something. I said, I'll take the push-up thing. He goes, okay. And he goes, and then the ice cream man leaves, and he's like, all right, that's $2, Jim. I said, I don't have any money. You better get the $2. I was like, but I don't have any money. You better get it. So I'm like, I go home. I said, Dad, what? I said, I need $2. For what? I got ice cream. You didn't, with no money. I said, Frankie Russo gave it to me. He goes, well then, shame on him. I said, he wants the money. Too bad. How's it feel to want? I was like, oh, economics. Thanks, Dad. My dad, he was tougher than porcupine lips. My dad, if you had a friend come over to play, not only would he hit me, he would hit my friend. My friend would be acting up. Oh, well, yeah, well, I don't. And the kid would be like, I was like, hey, you were asking for it. My dad, tough dude. He was always working. He was a workaholic. You know, not like the workaholics we know. When you mention work, they start drinking. No, my dad was just working. He was a lineman, always working. I didn't meet my dad. You know, nowadays they have these things called stay-at-home parents, stay-at-home fathers. We don't have that back then. I met my dad for the first time when I was 14 years old. It must have been, he was on lunch. He came in the house. He's like, hey, I'm your father. How old are you now? 14? Yeah, you look good. All right, I'm your father. Miss Marvel issue number 6. What do you think of that, guys? I'm trying to clean up this run, too. A little Marvel for you Marvel nuts. Yes. And Grotesque Shall Slay Thee. That's Grotesque. Issue number 6. June of 77. John Buscema on the cover with Frank Giacomo. Oh! Yeah, Jim Mooney does the art inside. Chris Claremont does the writing. Yes. Her dad was a construction worker, Miss Marvel. Yeah. Mr. Danvers was a construction worker. Yeah. When I was, just before my dad passed, we used to go do everything, fish and hunt. And we were out crabbing in this like little 8-foot boat out in the water. And he used to have these like episodes where he would have a seizure. I thought we were done for. Yeah. He starts seizing up. He's like, yeah, yeah, and he starts going overboard. So I'm grabbing him by his belt loop. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh my God. I said, this is it, God. It was a good run, you know. I had to drag him in. I looked like a predator. I was all mud. All I saw was my eyes. I was like, get them out of here. Get the chopper. It was crazy. Issue number 7. Look at that. Look at the head on him. Wow, he's not winning any beauty contest, Modok. Modok stands for mental organism designed only for killing. Kind of like my dad. Designed only for killing. Yes. This guy's ugly, though. If you took Modok to the beach, they'd be like, I'm back. They'd be like, hey, what'd you use for bait? You get it? Because Modok is so ugly. So anyways. So, what do you call a depressed lobster? A blue crab. He's got the crab blues. Yes. So there you go, man. Love it. Issue number 17, Miss Marvel. Boom. May of 78. Dave Cockrum on the cover. Shadow of the Gun. The Centurions are in this. Jim Mooney does the art inside. She's got a torn up blouse. Yes. So, there you go, man. So, so it was fun. I did meet some people at the con. It was fun. Even though Beckerman and Swag, they dogged me. They swag dogged me. I'm only kidding. You guys are the best. Yeah. So, it was good, man. It was good. It's good. You got no people up in your business, you know. Some people around here, around these parts, they're all up in my business. Way up in my business. I got to give them a W-2 form. They're so much in my business. There you go, man. Miss Marvel, issue number 20. This is the debut of her new little outfit. She wears short shorts. She's beating up another lizard. People at Marvel hate lizards. I'm telling you. And October of 78, Dave Cockrum on the cover. All new Miss Marvel. And she's fighting the lizard people. You know, what do you call a lizard that tells jokes? A stand-up chameleon. So, I love that. I love it. He's wearing a little harness. He's got a seatbelt on. Yeah. Did you ever grow up with these people? I always had a friend growing up they had to be different. Yeah, I got a pet lizard. I got a pet snake. I got a pet tarantula. You're an idiot. Yeah. You're going to sign you up for the Guinness Book of Freaking Idiots. I remember he's like, you want to see my tarantula? I said, no. I said, if you take that thing out, I'm going to do the river dance on its head. So this is a true story, everyone. He takes it, he opens up the aquarium lid. He's like, okay, so he takes it out. He goes to take it out, and the thing does like a mad kamikaze dash, like at Mach 1. It runs up his arm. He goes, ah! He throws it. I was like, oh my God. I ran out of there. I ran. That's the same kid that, he had this little action figure. I can't remember what it was, but I wanted that action figure. And God help me, I stole it, right? Then the next day, he's like, because he was like 4 years older than me, and he's like, Jim? I said, yes. He goes, I saw you playing with the action figure yesterday. I said, what action figure? I saw you, and I was just wondering, you're not in trouble or nothing, but did you take that by chance? I was like, no. You're not going to get it from me, Copper. Right? So I ran home, and I grabbed that action figure, and I buried it in the ground. It's probably still there. I'm going to go dig it up. Whew, I was nervous. Sorry, God. Sorry. So, there you go. And, oh, I got one more, baby. Oh, yeah, this guy's slicker than owl crap. The owl. I know the owl from Daredevil. Daredevil. That's how I got introduced to the owl. This is issue number 12, right? And he's a Daredevil villain. And Daredevil is from Hell's Kitchen. I mean, everyone tough is from Hell's Kitchen. Yes, I'm telling you. Me, I'm not that tough. I'd be from Hell's breakfast nook, not the kitchen. Yeah, so there you go. But, you know, Daredevil, he's a lawyer. And he kicks butt. And he's blind. I mean, this guy's great. He's such a great lawyer. He got someone off from a triple homicide and got him just jaywalking. That's how good of a lawyer he is. I'm telling you. And there you go, man. Oh, just the back. Always on these Spidey stories, the back covers are always fun. This one not so much. I'm sorry. This is the back to school cover. Yes, back to school. Yeah, the teachers got to go back to work. Sorry, they get the summer up. They're always complaining. Teachers, you know, yeah, you want to hang out with those kids all day? I said, what? So what? You're bigger than they are. These elementary school teachers are like, yeah, these kids they're animals nowadays. I said, so what? You don't have to be that smart. If you're teaching second grade, all you need is a third grade education. Yeah. Yeah. So me and Hawkwoman got this new thing. We play pickleball. Hawkman don't play pickleball. But anyways, I was playing pickleball. And it's right at my old elementary school. And it's brought back a memory. I says, you see that classroom right there, Hawkwoman? I says, I was there. For some reason, I found a broken wristwatch or something. And during class, I opened up those windows. You know those windows that they just open up like this? Very safe. You know, it's 1,000,000 degrees and they open up a window. Yeah, and I threw it out the window. It was on the second floor. And the teacher goes, would you throw it out of the window there, Jim? I said, my name's not Jim. She goes, yes, it is. I said, my name is Gymnastic. No, so she goes, I said, it's a watch, it's broken. I found it. She goes, run out there and bring it back up to me. And everyone's out at the windows looking at me. They're like, ah! I'm like, I had to run out there and they're watching me. I'm like, teacher. So anyways, so this is a new one. I got this last week. This is called Justice League Dark Tomorrow Special. Actually a very good story. Boom. That is a Booster Gold, different version. I think a future version. And don't ask me, I forgot already. And Resurrection Man. You know what? It's all right. You know, the Phantom Stranger's in this. Yeah. And it's kind of boring. If this was a spice, it would be flour. But it's all right. I like it. Oh, so anyways, I forgot to tell you. The Starman from the 94 series with James Robinson. I was talking to Tony Harris, the artist from that series. Fantastic guy. He says, did you hear? I said, no. Tony, go on. So he goes, we're starting another Starman, and it's going to be picked up from the old Starman series. Like it happened between issue 21 to 30 or something. I'm like, that makes no difference to me. Just bring it. He said, it's going to be like 12 issues. I said, do it now. So Tony Harris, great guy. Yeah. And there you go, man. Phantom Stranger's in this, like I said. And no one likes the Phantom Stranger, you know. I mean, when he leaves a room, the dog wags its tail. That's how no one likes him. A lot. So, there you go, man. Guys, thanks for joining me, man. It's been a hoot. Terrific con. Awesome. So, here we go, man. I I'm gonna take it out with a song, guys. Please comment. It's gonna be great, man. We're gonna be, because you guys are my real friends. This is what me and Easy talk about. Thank God for YouTube and this community. And Felix, I got a package coming out to you, man, and you gotta call me, man. I'm gonna send some info. You gotta call me, Felix. All right. You guys are the best. Jerry Ordway's the best. I went to Terrific Con. I was getting down like Shaka Khan. I hung out with Jerry Ordway. He signed the book and I did not pay. I listened to Easy and gave it a shot. I found great comics and they made me smart. Read your comics, they make you smart.